You know, you've had quite the journey at RAF, starting off just coming straight from MMA to wrestling. You know, what's your journey look like at RAF? You've wrestled. You're pretty active. It's your fourth match in 5 months.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for opportunity to wrestle here. Wrestling is not MMA. You don't get hurt, and you can compete every weekend. So that's why I don't cut too much weight, and I have fun here. I travel around U.S., and with my team, we compete, beat everybody, make money. So it's easy money for me,
Well, Uriah, I suppose you want to respond to that. I think you just got called easy money. I don't think you've ever been called that before.
Yeah.
How would you respond?
First, I want to congratulate Arman on being able to wrestle me. That meant you've made it. I think Connor called it a red panty night.
Thank you.
That's what it was. Bring out the red panties. But yeah.
Should I give you my percentage from the money?
Excuse me?
Should I give the percentage from my the salary, from the percentage?
Sure, I'll take that. Thanks for offering. Chill. You want to negotiate the contract? Get that signed for us, please. No, but I'm excited, man. This is, if anybody knows me, I've got a team of fighters. We've got probably 17 different countries on any given day in the room, and as soon as somebody walks in the room, I'm getting a grind match in to figure out where they're at. I've got guys from Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Chechnya, Azerbaijan, Dagestan. We've got China, Japan, UK, Australia, and if Arman was to walk into my room, I would have done this match for free, and it'd be a lot longer than 6 minutes, and I wouldn't be getting paid, and I wouldn't, get to take his number one contender spot in the UFC, which is on the line today for him. So just know that.
Yeah, you gotta say thank you to me because everybody forget about you. So, and tomorrow they're gonna remember about you again. But
you didn't forget about me. You've been thinking about me. I know that there's a plane incident, right? Everyone heard about the plane incident. No one heard about my plane incident because of Arman. I got flanked in a middle seat, which wasn't supposed to be negotiated, on United, by two Armenian heavyset twins. Both had hair that grows right in the middle of their forehead up back, just like Arman, which is a sign of testosterone, really. It goes, when it goes to the ranking on toughness that you're born into, and he's born with some gifts, born into some good luck, it goes Native Americans. Actually, Native American redheads would be the first. Then it'd be redheads. Then it'd be redheaded stepchildren. Then it would be guys whose hair starts in the middle of their forehead, stops growing right where their back starts, which what Arman has, and then chins are right behind that. So I'm in the make. I've got the chin going. He's one step ahead of me with the forehead, werewolf hair. But the long story short, I basically got flanked by these two Armenian women. Both had hair. Started right here. Both Armenian, raised in Georgia, living in Russia. I don't think they pay to hang out with people in California like Arman, but pleasant conversation, but it was very obvious this guy's trying to set me up. I think he hired these women. I was sitting there squished in between these ladies. It stunk. And at the end of it, we didn't even mention Arman. They said, hey, good luck with Arman. I said, oh, interesting. Meanwhile, he's getting kicked off United. This is all a setup. He's scared. Just like Henry.
Arman, what did happen yesterday at the airplane? What did happen that they escorted you out?
so I had a team. We were 11 of us. We just getting in the plane. It was like 3 empty seats. I asked the lady because my seat was next to my friend, and he's a little bit big. And I said, okay, maybe there is an empty seat. So I asked the lady, can I sit here? She doesn't say yes, no. She said, where's your seat? I said, 29A. Go there. I said, like, why you rude, like? And then, I sit like 30A because it was empty. And then someone called to my friend. He picked up the phone, and my friend, he had to open his table, and she came and say, close your table. And he said like, okay, like I'll do that. And Pucho, someone called Pucho. He took the phone, and then 3 of us we kicked out from the plane. And the other 7, they flew. And then we got the jet, and they said, bro, why didn't tell me you're flying jet after that? We would like to get out too.
Arman, you had quite the day yesterday. Not only what did you have to deal with the flight, but you had to deal with Ryan Garcia on Twitter as well. Can you talk about what's going on with Ryan? You know, you're trying to focus on Uriah and wrestle him, but Ryan Garcia is calling you out every chance he gets to jump on Twitter.
Yeah, so we had a bet for 40K. He didn't pay that bet because it was a stream, like he said. And second one, I didn't. He was mad why I didn't say this. My guy, he's like a professional boxer. And then he said, let's do a sparring with you. I said, okay, let's do it, but let me use kicks. He said, no. I said, let me use my elbows. He said, yes. And then he posted like he's gonna pay me 100,000 for 8 rounds. I said, just I'll pay you 1 million if you survive with me one round in MMA. So I'm still waiting for the answer. So we'll see what
He said
happens.
he wasn't going to do that. That he just wanted to box with you.
Yeah, I'll box him if he let me like throw my elbows.
That's not boxing, bro. I'm pretty sure.
Almost boxing.
Yeah, it's definitely almost boxing. Yeah, I agree with that.
And then Uriah, question for you. You know how combat sports fans can be. They see the poster and they see you and Arman, and they're just like, well, Uriah's
Yeah,
just
they
gonna
feel
get...
sorry for him.
Yeah. I mean, that's
You don't
one
have to
way
feel
put
sorry
it.
for Arman, guys.
But
He's gonna be
how
okay.
have you sort of handled the mentality of this? Everyone's just kind of views you, at least that's what I'm seeing on social media.
Everybody
you're
is
the last
laughing
big
when they
sense of
see
slut.
this matchup. Everybody's saying, why you wrestle him? Just let him just raise your hand, because he's nobody in the wrestling.
Well, we're gonna find out. That's why you wrestle, actually.
Bro, where is the Cejudo?
Well, after I won the gold medal from Cejudo, I knew you were
was
gonna
just
come after me.
Cejudo was playing with you like it was the kid. He was like.
I had to
slim.
turn John. I had to turn
You
Cejudo
lost,
into John Smith.
11
All he could
oh,
get is
bro,
low
you didn't
singles,
even gain
which I
one.
thought were illegal. Chael, didn't John Smith pass something
You
where
didn't
low
have
singles are
even
illegal?
1 point in RAF, brother. Don't talk a lot, okay? When you
Oh,
even get
thank-
1
thank-
point, not just win.
This
And then
guy,
you can
I go
talk.
back and forth. I see the guy. I'm like, I go.
I'll-
I'm like, this is a real
tomorrow,
man. I see him
trust
say
me,
something. I'm
I'll
like, that's
hurt
like
you
what a real
tomorrow.
man would say. And I'm like, nah, this is.
You're
a
too
spoiled
old.
brat.
You gotta
Real
do
man,
insurance
spoiled
today
brat.
because tomorrow I'm gonna hurt your back, okay? Or and neck.
My back's already hurt, brother. It doesn't matter. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
wrestling. This is about character development.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
care
yeah. I'll
about-
hurt your neck tomorrow for sure.
for sure.
Do your insurance today. Yeah,
listen,
you're gonna have.
my neck is hurt too. my whole body.
Listen.
I bled
tomorrow,
for 28 years.
If I hurt him,
You're 28.
You see a lot of people here. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do my movement, like it's a.
You're gonna do like your woman?
my movement,
Oh, your woman. I'm gonna say. I think
And
the
I'm gonna
woman
hurt
that you
your
paid to
neck.
hang out with you is married, by the
and
way.
then you gotta do insurance today because tomorrow you're gonna hurt your neck. Okay?
That's a great, great advice. Thank you for that. We'll see.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens.
You gotta do insurance. I don't wanna pay for your surgery.
Okay,
Like I
Ryan.
said.
Ryan, go ahead.
All right, this question is for Uriah. Ryan Moody from Watch MMA. It seems like you've missed press conferences a little bit from the sounds of it, no?
I love good banter. You know, this guy's, he's good at it. You know, I think he took some pages out of guys in the past that have felt slighted, that feel like he didn't get his opportunity. Came together with his family, hired a good staff. They said, all right, what do we have here? They're like, doesn't speak very well. He's Armenian.
At
lives
least
in
I know
Georgia,
3
lives in-
languages, not like you only
Raised
English.
in Georgia, lives
Don't
in
be
Russia.
jealous, I know
pays
3
to hang out with people
languages.
in California. Let's have him waste a lot of food, rent people's stuff, waste money.
Don't be jealous because you
great
cannot do
brand.
the same.
Great
Don't be
brand.
jealous. You lose.
Do I look
always.
jealous to you?
Yeah, just don't be
Do I
jealous.
look jealous? Look at me. Do I look jealous to you?
Everybody almost
The answer
jealous.
is no.
Everybody.
How could I be jealous of that?
That I'm flying private jet, eating whatever I want.
You know, brother, do you own a private jet?
No.
You're wasting money. Don't do that. I will have a jet.
Thank you.
My own
I
jet.
hire you like my accounter.
You're what?
The accounter.
I'm not sure what
Counter.
you're saying. You're what?
Accounter.
All right,
You're
we'll,
gonna
Accountant?
account my money on my bank account.
Accountant.
we'll go next question right here.
Is your accountant have that beard? That's maybe the best beard I've ever seen. The guy that Ryan hit. That's that's ranks up there with hair that grows in the middle of your forehead. That beard. That's a tough man.
Question.
Is that your accountant?
Who?
Accountant? Is that your accountant?
No, he's my friend. And who?
Do you pay him to hang out with you?
No,
Okay.
he's just my friend.
You sure he's your friend?
Yeah, he's my friend.
All right. Well,
If you're
you never know these days when you got a lot of money.
If you're gonna ask a couple more questions, and he's gonna stand up and beat your ass.
Oh, that is very scary, man. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I could give.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
scared type.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk a lot,
Or what?
or you're gonna be fucked.
Okay. Next question.
Not the reality.
Question for you, Uriah. You've been around wrestling a long time. 2-3 years ago, you just roll up out of nowhere at the U.S. Open. What is it about this sport that you just love so much? Keep coming back.
Man, I've done a lot of stuff like that. I did that on one day's notice. Just entered in the national tournament. Called what was the weight class? It was 54 pounds. I weighed 158. Skipped breakfast. Made weight. Took second in the nationals against a guy that was a world champion. I had him gassed, but my boy Tommy over there threw in the challenge towel, and I would have been a champion. But I love to compete. I did a marathon. My buddy, the Iron Cowboy, James Lawrence, on a day's notice, got dropped off in Utah, bought a pair of shoes, and went and ran a marathon. Box guys in a second. Jason Ellis, I just got out with my jeans on and did a boxing match with him. I'm not scared. I think you guys can tell I'm not the scared type. I love the challenge. Wrestling is a character building sport, and that's why I kind of say, there's some things about Arman that I really respect, and I'm like go in between, like, oh, this is a real man, and now he's a spoiled brat. Now he's a real man. I got to give him credit for loving a sport like this, but this is a character developing sport where you can be an underdog and you can step in and roll the dice and hold your head high and look for opportunity. I look for opportunity, not guarantees. For me, this is an opportunity, and I'm looking forward to get my hands on Arman. I don't think he understands, quite what a competitor I am or really my history. He's great at what he does, but this is a real match, and I'm going to be there right in his face.
Arman, right here. Just a quick question. As you walk to the stage, everything in here changes, right? People move. People want to get in position to hear what you got to say. Everything you touch Popeye's chicken, it explodes online. You go eat sushi, everybody's buying sushi. You're huge right now. Are you the face of RAF?
RAF gained 100 million after when I came here.
Are you the face of RAF?
There is a lot of good legends over here. But
He's the face of wasting food.
One of them, yeah, for sure. For sure, one of them. But RAF has a big name, so yeah, but we're trying to push it as much as possible because it's good for promotion, it's good for me, and I'm glad to be here. And what you said about food?
You're the face of wasting food. When I tell my kids not to waste food, I bring you up.
Bro, look at my body and your body. I waste, but you just eat as much as possible.
Brother,
your stomach
I was 28.
Bro, I saw the wrestling
This is
with
the body of the best dad on the planet. You kidding me?
Listen,
This is the golden dad bod.
Please, tomorrow when we're gonna wrestle, give him shorts and t-shirt because on the singlet he looks like fat ass. I don't know, he doesn't look like a fire wrestler. What are you doing, bro?
I do whatever I want, and I'm proud of that. I looked.
Please.
What I call.
You gotta fast from today until tomorrow. You gotta look at least good, like a fighter. Because when I'm gonna wrestle you,
Brother,
beat you,
I'm not trying.
my dad is
I'm
gonna
not
call
trying
me.
to look,
Why you
anything.
take this fat ass? You couldn't find better wrestler.
Listen, buddy.
Two more quick ones. One right there.
The proof is in the pudding. I love pudding.
Tomorrow give him t-shirt and the shirts, please. Don't give him the singlet.
Thanks for the advice again, Arman.
Or XXL to him.
Thanks again for the advice, buddy.
Yeah, I'm worried about you.
Oh, appreciate it.
You gotta look good.
Thank
Arman,
you. I look good, by the way.
Is competing in RAF a long-term goal of yours? Is this more of a side quest while you're waiting a call from the UFC? And have you been in contact with the UFC at all?
It was a side quest, my first and second, but right now it's my job, and I became a part of this like I feel like I need in this organization, and this organization wants me to be here, so that's why it's good, and I'm here and represents like that UFC fighter can wrestle with the elite wrestlers, not like these guys, but like the next time it's gonna be not bodybuilder and not Uriah, but they're gonna give me someone who can wrestle a little bit better, and it's not side quest anymore. It's my second job. His first job is UFC. Second job is Uriah right now.
Okay, last one right here.
I have one.
Oh, you came again, brother. Listen.
Testing. I have one question for the Armenian Batman.
Listen.
I have one question for the Armenian
let
Batman.
me start. Listen. You were in the US, right? Oh, you were in Russia. You came with your fighter. You asked me, what's your favorite submission? I said, Riniki choke. I choke him out. And he said, you said never happened. I choke him out in Riniki choke. You came with a bag and said, what's your favorite takedown? I said double leg. And I took double leg to Georgia. And what you want to say now, please? I know you have the best style.
For the
best
Armenian
style.
Batman.
You have the best style in UFC and REF, KFC, everywhere. This is the best.
Спасибо, мой друг.
The best ever style.
Спасибо. Если вам что-нибудь нужно скажите, пожалуйста, мне, я могу помочь вам. But my question is, Merab says Ilya is going to knock you out.
Sure.
So my question is, are you team Triple C or are you team Merab?
Right now I'm a team Triple C. Yeah. And so Triple C, I mean, I cannot see how Merab can beat on the wrestling Cejudo. It's a bad matchup. I like Merab, but it's not his thing, you know, in the freestyle wrestling. In MMA, his wrestling is different level, but in the freestyle wrestling, Cejudo, I'll put all my money on you.
But Cejudo was calling you out, Arman. He wanted to wrestle you. He
Yeah,
called
but
me
after
last
this,
week.
let me figure out with this fat ass, and then I'll figure out with this guy.
After we saw what I did to Henry, when I got the gold medal from Henry, I knew he was going to come after me. It was just a matter of time.
Uriah, who are you taking in the main event?
You know, it's hard to go against Cejudo on.
Bro, he beat you 11-0. How you like thinking so much? Say Cejudo, that's it.
Yeah. Hey, thanks again for the advice, Arman. Great advice. The answer is Henry's an Olympic gold medalist, and there's 2 minutes and then 30 seconds to rest. Merab is not going to have time to get him tired enough to get the W. And as you saw, Henry beat me, which is very hard to do. Arman, you know that.
Okay. Can you say how many points you want me to beat you? Like, tell me numbers, like 7-0, 10-0, and 9-0, 10-5. Just say me number that I gotta beat you, but it's gotta be 10 on my side, you know?
I'll send it to your lady. She can give it to you.
Да, у меня вопрос вот к боссу Мераб. Хотелось бы узнать, вот Арман, главный хедлайнер ваш. Благодаря Арману сейчас в России, в СНГ многие знают о Рафе и везде слушают, читают. Нету желания зайти на российский рынок, провести в Москве, допустим, турнир, и ожидаются ли какие-то громкие имена из России? Возможно, кто-то будет у вас скоро?
Yeah. Yeah. So Izzy and I always, when we started this, was to go international. One, Arman was, I want to say to Arman's been great for this league. I got a random text one time, Izzy and I, at 2 a.m. from his manager saying, Arman wants to wrestle. And when we got that text, he was one of the, you know, it was just we thought it was going to be a one and done thing. And I think Arman's really bringing a great spotlight to the sport, along with Uriah and everybody else that's here. But in terms of Russia, yeah, we plan on going to Russia. I mean, Izzy and I have had a fun battle with the PWL, and I think we're kicking their ass. So I think, you know, there's a shot we'll go out there, and as well internationally, you know, we're signing. You guys see Russian athletes on our card all the time. You see Elder Khan who's a Bahrain Olympic coach, is his friend. And when they were internationally in Croatia, we hired him as our international lead, and he's bringing every card we have 2 international athletes. So we're going to go international. We're going to have Raf Bahrain when we can go there. We're going to go to, Lotto and Merab are trying to get us to go to Georgia. We want to go to Georgia, Bulgaria, Mongolia. I mean, every single Olympic federation has reached out to Izzy and our team and have asked to have their athletes at RAF. So we're an international league. Let's clarify that. So yes, we're definitely going. And Arman actually told us that he wants us to go to Armenia. So we're talking to Arman as well on going to Armenia possibly in June. So a lot of plans.
All right, thank you very much, Uriah.